Fellas, it is here and my excitement is 10x. I just checked, and yes, I have the brand new Fire TV OS. So today we're going to be looking at all the major changes I notice and some things I like and don't like. And I'm also going to take you through a little bit of their settings and all these other features that have changed a little bit. It looks good. It's moving really well. I love all the apps right here, but I have a lot to say about it. So if you guys are new to the channel, I try to help people just like you save money on streaming services and yes, learn about the newest devices. If you guys want to support the channel, I have a goal of 300K by the end of 2026 subscribers, that is, or dollars. I would take dollars too. Go ahead and subscribe down below. It would help me out a ton. Okay, let's take a look at this because I just noticed it. I was recording a video for the Cloner Alliance Box Pro. It's basically like a device that allows you to record anything. Anyways, well, you guys will see that video soon enough. And I noticed this brand new OS is out. So let's talk about it. First thing I noticed is obviously all these small side scrolling apps. It looks a lot smaller when you actually start using it. Now, I haven't checked settings yet, but I really hope there's a way to maybe blow these up a little bit because I do see some potential of people that don't have great vision struggling to see these. Like these are actually really tiny icons. I don't know why I expected them to be bigger. And as we talked about in earlier videos, you do get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I keep moving it while I'm counting. That was dumb. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.5. And you can see it scrolls through them pretty fast as well. Now, what I noticed as well is that top scrolling menu isn't always there. When we're on this app section, we actually have to scroll up and then it's going to pop up. So it actually remains hidden until you scroll up. Now, this is a plus side for some ways. For one, it keeps things hidden, right? So obviously there's less distraction on this main menu. In fact, even that ad doesn't seem as prominent. But it's also a downside if you're a beginner user and you're like, hey, where the hell is the settings menu? And then you realize, oh, I have to scroll up past these video blocks right here, past the advertisement, and now I'm up into our menu. So let's talk about this menu next. There's a few things on here. We have our search function. This is also where we can type in apps, for instance. So we could type in IPVanish right here, and IPVanish will pop up. So this looks very similar to the old App Store look when we start to search for apps. Also, link in the description for IPVanish, 82% off. Check it out now before the sale ends. That's my pitch for the day. Another great way to support me, by the way. So that's where we can search apps. We can search content. So if we type in here, for instance, let's type in, boo, 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 boo. Let's type in The Boys, or here, The Pit right here. So it should also show TV shows as well and where you can watch them, stuff like that. Okay, so that's fine enough. I don't mind that. You then have your home screen, which is when we click on that, it's just going to bring us literally to our home screen. And what you can see is every time we move through these menus, it brings us to a separate one. So when we move from home, we go to movies. It's going to bring us to all recommended movies. Most of these, I'm assuming, are going to be on Prime Video and Amazon owned services, I would think. There's also TV shows. So same kind of thing. It'll scroll you through favorite TV shows here. We can see Prime. There's a continued watching recommended, very straightforward. And then we have our live section, which is going to take us through any live TV available, either free through Amazon or through other services that you have. And then if we go one more, we have sports, which is handy. I like this, especially if you have like MLB League Pass or something like that. Could be extremely handy. And then we have a news section, which for me has literally nothing. They're just like, listen, there's enough news going on. Your brain's rotted enough. You do not need to see the news today. So this is the main stuff I noticed off the check with the home screen and then that top scrolling menu. The rest of the home screen is pretty much the same. You just have these bottom scrolling. We have some recently used apps, which they put all the way at the bottom. Really weird. And then just more like movie shilling kind of stuff. Okay, let's head to these three lines right here. So through this section, we can click on movie TVs, which is just going to bring us back to the home menu. So kind of useless. I don't really understand this. We also have games. So if we click on games right here, now, If you don't know, NVIDIA recently brought GeForce Now, I think it was, to Amazon as well. So I think it's also Xbox League Pass you can play on here too, I believe. But gaming on your Fire Stick, I do want to do a video kind of testing it out. I think that'd be fun. So we'll do like a games stream and stream it all through Fire Stick and see how it goes. We'll do like recommended games from viewers and stuff. But we'll do that on another day. But here we'll bring you directly to the games section. We have arts and photos right here. So here we can change up our screensaver all through this side scrolling menu. Okay, also annoying part here. We click on movies and TV shows. It brings us to the menu. Now we have to scroll all the way to the left to get back to the side menu. I don't know. That just seems kind of annoying. Like I think it'd be better if you click the back button afterwards and it goes back to your set. I don't know. That seems a little weird. We then have an App Store button right here, but it's less of an App Store and more just showing you recommended apps because there isn't even a search function in here. So we click on App Store, and the only way to actually search for it, well, there's a categories as well, is we go to search up here. But why, when you click on App Store, is there not just a dedicated search tab right there? Why am I then having to go up? Because this makes the App Store kind of useless, except to find some recommended apps. From the home screen, if we go back to our, oh my God. Okay, we go back to our home screen. This is already the same search function for apps. So this App Store, I don't know. They could have done a little bit more with that. I don't know why they kept it so weird. And it just kind of shows you the generic apps. Not great, in my opinion. Okay, there's then my stuff, which is just your favorites. Very straightforward. I have one thing in there that I rented. Now, here's where things get more interesting. We have our smart home right here. So this is going to give us access to any Alexa style devices. I hope I didn't put your device off that we have in our house. So for example, I have a bunch of my security cameras hooked up. Let's click right here, my backyard. So this is going to bring me to my security camera that I have in my backyard. We can minimize it right there. Oh, I want to bring that back. How do I bring that back? So you can see right now it's in that little corner. I actually didn't want to minimize it. Let's go back to smart home here. Oh, what is going on here? Press and hold the select button. Does that bring me back to my screen is minimized and I can't. This is a glitch. Okay, we found our first glitch. I minimized my camera screen. You can kind of see it in the top right corner there, but now it's like stuck on like a smaller Fire TV screen. And every time I go back to smart home, it's not actually bringing me back to the menu. How do I unminimize it? What the heck? Well, we found a glitch, boys. That did not take long. Hey, Alexa, can you pull up my backyard camera? Oh, okay. That kind of fixed it. So watch out when you press minimize, or you might have to use voice controls to actually activate it. That was that was weird. We'll let our camera connect here. Okay, we're done in smart home now, but you guys can get the picture. You have access to all your stuff, and it's from an easier way to pull up right here. There's also this ambient section where we should be able to change and adjust our ambient style background. So they have like AI art and stuff like this now. Let's see what we can do here. So I think it says right here, if we click options, change background. Let's see if we can create. Oh, here we go. Okay, so it just took us to our art section. So they have different AI art, different ambient arts right here. So there's not, oh, cool. We got some movies and TV art right here that we can change it to. So there is quite a few different background choices. I don't know. I never really cared about this. You can also set it to like family pictures and your photos and stuff like that as well. Oh, AI art right here. I don't know if you can create AI art with this one, but I think it's just kind of here. So those are all just kind of the screensaver stuff. Okay, really quickly, I wanted to go through some different settings because we want to verify a few things. Now, this looks more similar to our old Fire TV kind of settings area, just a little more rounded off. It's a little more boring too. Why is it so black in the background? I don't understand that. Okay, so everything in here should be pretty much the same. Like when we click on this, yeah, these are all the same. So you can see about, applications, but what we want to check is developers options because developers options was already on my device. So where is it? So we click here, click My Fire TV. It says I'm a developer. Developers options, install. Okay. So we can still install unknown apps. That is really good to know. And we can install our update right here. But that's pretty much everything. I want to go through all the settings very shortly in another video, guys. So stick around for that one. Like always, thank you for watching and subscribe down below. I try my best to bring you guys the best possible content, and subscribing is such a simple way. Watching my videos all the way through helps a ton. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.